Alright, hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rahma, and in this video we are going to talk about how to make a professional looking CV in the professional type of standards, because there's a lot of stuff out there that just doesn't meet the criteria, especially for medical doctors and graduates. That just isn't what a professional standard is. So I will give you guys a free outline that I used to combine my CV in this way. I just used it and I filled it in, and I think it looks professional and it's good. And we're just gonna revise it and kind of just go through this just to show you guys the nitty gritty of it all and what it should look like. I will put in the description box a link for you for the outline that I used here, and number two, for my manuscript editing service that I have had people reach out to before for either editing or their CV, or for helping them write a personal statement as well. So if you guys are interested in that, you can check those links out. So the first thing you want to have obviously is your name, as it's oops, what is that? Okay, so the first thing you want to have is your name as it is found in your professional IDs. So you want to have that up there, and you want to make sure it's in bold and a little bit larger font than the rest of the CV. You have to have the date that you're born in. So over here you would have your date. Here you would have your address in a professional way. You would have your number, your street number, your apartment number, your postal code, your city, and your country. That's how you would put that. You have your email here, and you have your phone number. These are your professional stuff. So please don't put any email that is not professional. Like, I've seen things before that are just like somebody made an email, Hotmail, when they were like 12 years old or something, and they have a name of like Sharfa, like Dr. Angel something something. Like, it's just not professional. You want to put whatever professional email you have. Your university affiliated email is the one that you kind of want to go with here. So put in your university affiliated information there. Your phone number, you want something that you can be accessed by. Okay, you don't want to put information that you don't check. Don't put an email that you don't check. Don't put a phone number that you can't be reached by. Okay, next you're going to place your education. So you want to start off typically with your professional education. That's everything after high school. That is typically what people are looking to read about. So you're going to place your education. You're going to place your university, for example. What was the faculty? What was the type of degree that you have? So for my sake, it's a Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery. When did you complete that degree, and with what kind of honors or whatever your standing was? If you had any honors or awards, that's a good place to put it, I think, in my opinion, to kind of place it right at the top, so that whoever is looking at your CV kind of sees, oh, okay, this is what this person has accomplished. So you want to place your honors and awards if you've received any of those. Again, it doesn't just have to be medical related stuff. It can be anything that your community has given you. If you go to church and you've received an award for like exemplary service in your community, you can place that there. If you've received an award for whatever services you do for, say, animal shelters or helping the homeless, if you got any kind of award or whatever, you want to place that there under honors and awards. And I think it's a good spot here, so that whoever is checking your work, your CV, they're going to see, okay, well, this is who this person is. So for my sake, I've placed my award, the name of it, what year did I receive it, and what was the description of that award for, and that's that. Next, you're going to place your work experience. So some people feel like they don't know what to place here, especially since you are a medical student and you don't really have a lot of work experience. But again, sometimes you don't realize it, like your house officer year, that counts as work. So place your house officer year, put a description of it. What was it exactly? What did you do? 2 months clinical rotations, and list the specialties that involved. You might want to go in a little bit more detail, what kind of tasks that you had to do as a house officer. If you have any other job, I work as freelance manuscript editor. I've been doing that since 2017, for example, and kind of give a description of what that is. And I do work on a research team, the research accessibility team. We were like one of the original founders for this. Explain what that was, and that's my work experience in a nutshell. The publications is your area here to put in where you've published your research. Again, this is a medical CV. You want to place your publications here. Okay, so for me, I place the title of the paper, the place it was published, and the year that the month and year that it was published in. So you're just going to go down your list of publications, and like I said, watch my other videos, start working on reviews so you can start building your resume. I'd rather have reviews than nothing, right? So most of these works are reviews. Some of them are original research. Some of them are systematic reviews and meta-analysis. Some of them are posters. So for publications, we're just going to put whatever is research, actual research. So reviews, research, original research, and systematic reviews and meta-analysis will go under this section. Again, you're going to place the title of your work, where it was published, and the year. Title of the work, where it was published, again, and the year. One more time, again, where it was published, the journal, and the year. Some people might put like impact factor. I don't know about that. I just like to keep things simple and concise. They can look it up, I think, if they're interested in reading my work. And you're just going to go through all of your publications, and so that's that section for your publications. So the next thing is your abstracts accepted for presentation. So again, one of the reasons why I always vouch for going to conferences and learning about them, and keeping an eye open for when those opportunities are, because you can submit an abstract and maybe potentially it can get accepted. So this was the very first abstract I've ever presented. I was really honored to work with one of my mentors on this project, and this was accepted in a conference in Melbourne, Australia, and I'm going to place the years or the date exactly of when that conference occurred, the name of the conference, which was the World Glaucoma Congress, the name of the title of the abstract itself is there, and who was the presenting author, and I will say my name. The next thing, again, this is just another example, presenting author, the title of the abstract, where was it presented exactly, and the dates that was happening. You want to place any professional volunteer experience, and again, it doesn't have to be so dedicated to medical things. It can just be even things that are volunteering at an animal shelter, volunteering to help the homeless, volunteering in your local community. These are all things you can place in your CV that gives a very holistic view of who you are as a person. Your extracurricular activities, this is super important. There's lots of clubs in the university that you can participate in, so if that's like something that you've done, you can go ahead and add that. If you were part of any professional societies in your university, inside of it or outside of it, you can place that as part of your extracurricular. It's really important because it shows people that you are well-rounded and that you are interested in other things. So for me, I couldn't really find something that I liked, so I ended up making my own kind of little group of people who, like, every Wednesday we used to read tea and poetry, drink tea and read poetry together, and then I turned it essentially into like an online community instead after that, and it has like 5,000 followers. So that is something that I'm very proud of, and I place that as part of my extracurricular activity. Certificates, again, these are like certificates that you can get there. You can get certificates after you finish your conferences, so you get a certificate for that. So you can see here, like, I attended the National Egyptian Diabetes Congress. When was that exactly, and the dates of it. So that falls under your certificates. Next is your first aid in pediatrics. For example, I took that at the Medical Syndicate, and again, the dates that I did that. Basics of scientific research, I took that at the Syndicate, and the dates of when that happened. These things matter, so you can fill up your CV and have something presentable. There's no such thing as an empty CV after 7 years of university life. So you need to go out there and put yourself out there and get that experience and those connections and things like that, so you can and follow it up. Like, one of the problems with the CV is that you're not proactively thinking about it, and then you realize, oh, I have nothing. There's no such thing as nothing, right? There's always something that you can add. You're just not paying attention to it. So I do recommend that once you do start making a CV and you start paying attention to that, to continuously update it, like every 2 months or every 6 months, go back to it and say, hey, what did I do these past 6 months? Oh, I attended this conference. Oh, I attended this thing. And go and update it, and you'll suddenly realize you've actually done a lot of things, and you do have a substantial CV at the end of the day. You want to place here your skills. What are your skills? If you have specific leadership skills, statistics, if you're good at that, public speaking, if you're good at that, if you're good at Excel, you can place that there. If you're good at making graphic designing, place that as part of your skills. Then you have your characteristics. What are those things that are define you, and then next you're going to have your references, and you're going to place like contact information upon request, and you can just list a couple of people that have known you for a while in the university. These are doctors, obviously, or heads of departments that know you, that can vouch for who you are as a person and having worked with you and what that is like exactly. So that is my CV. I will leave you guys a link in the description again of the outline and my editing service if you're interested in having me take a look at some of your stuff, as well as any personal statements you would like me to edit. And hopefully you found this video to be useful if you're interested. And if you liked it, please react to this video, like it, place a comment, share it with other people who will benefit, and let me know what you're interested in learning about next time, and I will definitely address that. And I will see you guys in the next video.